Well, my name is Fabian Quintero. I will talk about the fitness, the basic guide about the fitness. First is about the introduction. What is the introduction? The introduction is about what means when I speak about the fitness, what means about what happened in our body, what happened in the force, and why did happen in our body. Why strength training is important? Well, the strength in our body in the life is maybe one of the most important or basic abilities for the human, because it's so important to understand that everything you need your strength for every movement. If you want to run, if you want to walk, if you want to only stay in our place, wherever that I want, you need to understand that the strength is so important, because the strength it's in every place. For example, the gravity is a strength, external strength, but it's a strength, and we need to work with that external strength. So for that, if I need I want to walk, I need to make that our body move in different directions, and for that it's important to understand that strength is in every movement. It's important because when you make more old, maybe you can to lose your ability to train your strength. And what is force? An sport in internal force is one which is generated within the body. Example, legs muscles contracting to move the bones, and external force is one that acts outside the body. So what is the force is only one ability, a really important ability for the human. Forever we have to use our force, our strength, for different goals or for different needs. For example, in the past, we have our big arms or big legs, and use our force or strength for the needs for it. So maybe for that we use more continuously our body, because it was a need for us. Now in the actuality, is not so important. It's not only one a need, but for the recently communication for the EOMS say that it's so important that the human understand that the body is only all tools and different abilities that we have, everything we can't lose, because it's only necessary for the survive, for the understand that the all that is around us is for the movement, for the ability to the understand and the capacity to keep in the same place. So it's so important to understand that the movement is only one ever ability for the human. How is force produced? Well, when I speak about the how is force produced, is I need to talk ever for the anatomy and physiology. What is anatomy and physiology? Well, if you want to make whatever movement that you want, you'd have different bones, different muscles, and when I say about the muscles, about the bones, about your body for the external, I mean, or I talk about the anatomy. When I talk about the physiology is internal. What happened in your cells, what happened in your inside and your muscles, what happened in your microfibers. So that is physiology. The difference between anatomy and physiology is how you can to see your body, external or internal, inside or outside. Okay. For the training, you need to understand the both, and internal and external, inside and outside. For example, we have a human body system. We have 6 human body systems, and when I say about the internal or inside, I talk about the nervous system. And if I talk about the external or the outside, I talk about the muscular system and skeletal system, or that is the same, the locomotor system. So it's so important that you need understand that we have human body system that we can to make more different exercises and different movements for our needs, our goals. Neuromuscular anatomy and physiology is when I talk about the hypertrophy. For example, when I talk about the hypertrophy, I talk about when your microfibers, when your muscles are broke for external movement, for because you work I don't know for 100 kilometers, or because you up or you push a really hard weight. So it's an external action, and your body broke inside. Your own body can or well have the ability to keep to work after that workout or after that exercise. But if that your muscle is broke, you need to rest for make your body more bigger, more force, with more strength. For that, it's so important that you when you make more different exercises, you can to rest the time necessary for that your body can to rest, and later can to make more different exercise, more hard, and that means exercise and training, good method in training. Well, other thing that you need to understand when you train is the contractions. What is a contraction? Well, the contraction is the contraction in the muscles, different muscles. Okay, we have to know what types of muscles we have. We have only 3 types of muscles in our body: smooth, skeletal, and cardiac. Smooth is inside on our body, inside in our organs. The cardiac is only in our heart, and the skeletal is all other muscles that we have in our body. If you want to train, you only can to train your skeletal body, your skeletal muscles, no more. No cardiac, no smooth, because that other muscles, cardiac and smooth, we can't do training. But the skeletal, of course, we can't do training, and that is that we can't. So the contractions in our body happen ever. If you want to walk, if you want to run, if you only want to keep in any place, you need any contractions, and that contractions happen in different forms, in different ways. So we have only 3 types of contractions: concentric, eccentric, and isometric. When I talk about the concentric, is when in concentric contraction the muscle tension rise The resistance then remains stable as the muscle shortens. Eccentric contraction occurs when the total length of the muscle increases as tension is produced. And isometric, during isometric exercise, the muscle doesn't noticeably change length. The fake joint also doesn't move. So it may be all exercise that we need movement, we have concentric and eccentric contraction. But in exercise when you don't need to move, maybe it's a isometric contraction. So that is the difference between the three types of muscle contractions. But of course, we need contraction ever. Maybe you can to see, but you can to understand that for every movement that you need different contractions. Okay. In this moment, I don't talk about the force because if I talk about the different types of force, I need to understand that it's not only one way to train your body. We have different types of to train. That way for trying, you can to choose for your goals. For example, if you want to make your muscles more bigger, or if you want to make more strength or more fast, or it depends your goal. So for that, I will talk about your training methods. I only talk about your ever in wherever you go, you want, you ever need to plan your training. So for that, you can understand that we have reps, series, blocks, and rest for every plan to train. For example, if you want to train your body for your own self, without a different weight, you can do train with only 3 to 5 series, between 5 and 10 reps, and 3 to 10 rest. So for that, it's necessary that you can to understand that we don't have only one way to train. We have different ways to train, and it depends to your goals. But in every way to training, you can to choose your goal, and you can to choose your time to rest, your time to work out. So it depends, of course. It depends, of course, that your necessary or your needs or your goals to train. So in this moment, I will finish because I can to advance more about this topic, about this fitness basic guide, because in this moment I only want to say the basic, and that is the basic thing that you need to understand for start your plan to training and your good training plan. So if you want see more videos like that, please tell me about. And thank you so much for watching me. Really thank you, and I hope that you learn any maybe for the training methods, for the fitness, for the different topics about the fitness. So really thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate, and goodbye. Thank you.